Artemus Toast here, and I made a pretty bad decision recently. At the time I thought it was sorry, both my hands hurt. I'll explain why in a little bit. Well, anyway, you know, if you watch my videos, I've been spending a lot of time, with the MIDI keyboard, the Akai MPK 25, you know, um, playing it for a lot of stuff, mostly drums. Using the pads, making little drum beats for these uploads. But you know, I kind of took a break from guitar for a while, which in my 47 years of playing guitar for God, thousands of albums, session musician, being a guitar tech for hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of bands. Um, you know, a guitar was always in my hands. From the time I got up, it's like I had to tune a guitar or grab guitar to go to the studio or you know once again always part of my daily routine. But going back to the bad decision, since I've been expanding my creativity with these uploads and video editing and you know once again using the Kai MPK 25. I really uh, quit playing guitar for a little while. Um, and then I made a conscious effort to step away from a guitar for a little while, or guitar in general for a little while. And this is the logic I applied to it. Along with being world's greatest guitarist, I also like to golf. I like to hit the links, like to play golf from time to time. That's one thing. I'm not going to claim to be the world's greatest at. I put myself at maybe 157th. But anyway, um, you know, if I go to the driving range and my game's off and I'm not hitting straight, uh, when I step away from it for a while, and also the beginning of the season, I live where it snows part of the year, so I can't golf year round, or I choose not to golf in the snow. Um, you know that my first time back to the links, I tend to be what I consider is amazing. So once again I applied that same logic to guitar. So I stepped away from guitar for once again my hands for approximately I say about 4 or 5 weeks, um, and you know a lot of times it wasn't really tough to do. You would think playing for over 57 years that um, I'd it'd be hard for me to make that adjustment, but it wasn't. I keep myself pretty occupied. Um, but you know, I decided to go back to it today. A little Toast and Mrs. Toast were out of the house. I could rock out. So I decided to do that, and you know, the point of this entire upload is it's a very bad decision. Not only was I like completely off my game, I think I'm coming down with a severe case of the carpal tunnels from you know going back in the full level 14 shred mode after a little over a month off, and as a result, uh, once again getting that carpal tunnel syndromes. Um, you know, uh, once again my hands really hurt. That's why, in conclusion, it is a very bad decision to step away from playing guitar, especially if the world's greatest guitarist, for a month or any amount of time for that matter. So I learned from a mistake, and I will not do that again. As always, rock on, Artemis Toast out.